Hi guys, so this is an AI lead scraper and email drafter agent that I have built specifically for media businesses and solo content creators who would like to automate their email outreach process and save valuable time that they can invest in other tasks. So what this email agent does is it will scrape the leads from Google Maps of the businesses that you want, and then through the email drafter agent here, it will create emails to send to these businesses and then create drafts of these emails in your email inbox. Now, the tools that we use in this N8 automation are Appify, then this AI agent here using the OpenAI Chat GPT model, and then your email inbox. So, to begin with, let me first help you understand how exactly this tool Appify works. So, you can go to this website called the Appify store, and here you will find a lot of Appify applications called actors. So what these actors do is they behave like robots and they'll help you carry out some monotonous robotic tasks like searching the web and extracting leads out of them. So initially what happens is when you are searching for leads, what you would normally do is go on Google, search for the leads manually all by yourself, extract these leads, share them in a Google sheet, and then reach out to them manually, right? So what these Appify actors do is they'll scrape the leads for you in literally in minutes. So you can create a database of your leads and then use that database in the AI agent to create emails and send emails to your potential clients. So the Appify actor that we're going to use is called the Google Maps email extractor that you can see here. So I just click on this and this is how it looks. So what we need to do is enter the businesses that we want to work with. Let's say you want to work with gyms in your area, let's say in Washington DC, and the number of leads that you want, right? So you can just enter these details and click on start. So I'll just give you a quick demo of how this works. First you come back to the workflow, then I'll click on execute workflow. Now you can see it is waiting for the trigger event. So I'll just click start here. And now the Appify actor has started running and extracting leads from Google Maps. And you'll need to wait for a few minutes before this process is complete. And once this Appify actor does its job, this AI lead scraper will start running. So yes, you can see how this has succeeded. And now this AI agent will start. Yeah, you can see how this runs. So now you can see this workflow has executed successfully, and if you check your email ID, you will be able to see that the drafts are created. So yes, there's 26 actually because I had created some drafts earlier, but you can see the timings here. These are the latest drafts that have been created. One, two, three, four, five, and six. And if you look at the workflow, yes, we had 6 items here. So 6 email drafts have been created as assigned, right? So this is how this AI agent works, and it will really help you a lot in saving your time so you can focus on working on things that will actually help you scale your business. So let's get in and see how to build this workflow. Okay, so this is the N8 window where we will be building the workflow. To begin with, you need to add an Appify node that will act as a trigger, which will start the workflow when your Appify actor finishes completing the task of scraping the leads, right? So to begin with, click on the plus sign here, then type Appify, select this option, and you need to know that if you're using this for the very first time, this node might not be installed. So you have to install it and then click on new Appify trigger event. So your trigger node is added now, and now you need to create the connection between N8N and your Appify account. So to do that, go to this Appify connection option, click here and click on create new credential. Then you already have one option selected by default, so just go on connect my account, and this is where you have to select your Gmail account. I'll select mine and then allow access, and now you can see that the connection is successful, and this will take you back to your original workflow. Now that the connection has been established, you can move to the next thing, that is resource to watch. You have to keep it actor here, keep it as it is, And then the actor source should be Apify Store Actors. If you haven't used N8 ever, just go to the next option here and you need to search the actor that you're going to use. So in my case, I'm going to use the Google Maps email extractor, and just wait for some time. Yeah, so this is the one that I usually use, Google Maps email extractor by Lucas Krivka. So just select that, and the event type should be succeeded, meaning whenever the actor completes its task, whenever it is successful in getting the leads, that is when your Apify trigger will be activated and it will get the data from the actor. Okay, and then start the workflow. Then go and click on execute step, and now this will start listening for the test event. So to initiate the test event, just go to your Google Maps email extractor actor. Okay, and select the business that you want to work with. Let's say you want to work with the gyms in your area, so you can add the keyword here. The location will be, let's say, Washington DC, and the number of leads should be, let's say, 20 for this purpose. You click on save and start, and now the actor has started running the process, and now it's extracting the leads. Okay, so now you can see that the actor has succeeded in scraping all the required leads from the location that we asked it to. So you can go back to your workflow and you can see here you've got one item as the output. Now what this means is we had initially asked for 20 leads, but we are seeing only one item here, which means that all the 20 leads are filled in a data set, and now we need to extract that data set to get those 20 leads. So just click on the plus icon again, click on Apify again, and now you need to get that data. So just click on get dataset items, and this is how the node looks like. This here on the left side is the data that you have received from the Apify actor. Now the Apify connection, you have to configure this again and select the same account that you created for the earlier node. I'll select this one because this is my original account, and the operation should be get items. The resource should be dataset. The dataset ID is something that you can get here. Just type dataset here, and this is it. The dataset, the configuration is done. So now you just have to execute this step, and you can see the 20 items are now out. You can see it here, 20 items. Now the next thing we need to do is filter all these items and keep only the items that have email addresses in them, because we are going to reach out to their email addresses of these businesses, right? So let's add the filter node here. This is how the filter node looks like. Now you need to create the condition to filter the email address. So just go here and type emails, and now select the email option here, drag and drop it. Now this might look like it won't work because this is in the red color, but don't worry just yet. Click on the string here and say it exists, right? And then just execute the step. And now you see we've already got 13 items in the output. This means that 7 items were discarded because they didn't have email addresses in them. And now we go to the main task of this workflow, that is configuring the AI agent. So just click here and say AI agent in the search bar. Yes. Now this is the AI agent that we'll be using to draft the emails for these businesses, and we have to configure this first. So for the first part, just click define below here and let this be blank. I'll explain what to do about this in a few minutes. For now, just come down here, require specific output format. So just click this on. Okay. Now what happens is, the reason we need to click this on is because whenever we chat with any LLM or AI agent, the output that it gives us is very unstructured, and we need to structure it properly, because that's how we need to send the emails. So the emails have to be structured, in a proper format, and this option will help us do that, and we'll see that in a few minutes. Okay, next, go to add option and click on the system message. Now this is exactly where you'll add a detailed prompt that will tell the AI agent what it needs to do. So I have already written this prompt here for you guys, so I'll just copy and paste it here, and Next, you need to click on the expression tab here. So then go and click on this little button, and this expands the window. Now you are free to work in this window, right? So the next thing that you need to do is you need to add the input that will be used by the AI agent to draft the emails for all these businesses. Now, what do I mean by adding the input? It means that the AI agent has to use this format to create a format, but use different placeholders. Like the names of the businesses will be different, the websites of the businesses will be different, and if you want to mention these things into the email, you will need to add their tabs here. Now let's say the subject is quick idea for placeholder that says place name. Now instead of this, what you can do is add the name of the place here. So you just have to drag and drop the title tab here. Okay, and then the first name also. Now what happens is, since we are approaching gyms, you usually don't have a first name of the recipient, because most of the gyms will add their company email IDs here. So what you can do is, instead of the first name, you can add title here again, that is the name of the gym, right? But in case you get any email ID that actually mentions the first name, and if you have that tab here, don't hesitate to add it here. And then you can see the email again, we have a placeholder here, you need to cancel that. And again, I'll use the title as the main thing. Yeah, so now what we've done is, whenever the AI agent that will be creating the emails, whenever it creates, it will use these values, these dynamic values, to create a unique email message for each of the businesses, right? So this is how we've configured the prompt. Now let's get back to our main thing, the main window. Now you also have to enter the same configuration here as well, but you just have to add the input, right? So just create input, and let's say the first name will be title, and the second thing that we mentioned in the email was the place name, right? So that will be title as well. Okay, so this is how it is configured. Now let's get back to the workflow. Now we need to add the chat model that will be using. Okay, so just type OpenAI chat model here, and now you need to create an API key to connect your Open API account to N8N. And the process is the same. Just go here and click on create new credential. Now you need the API key here, and you can get that from this website called platform.openai.com/API-keys. Okay. Now you need to understand that you will have to create a new account here, and this is completely different from the ChatGPT account that you might have. And you also need to add a balance of $5 to $10 in order to create and use the API keys of OpenAI. So the way to create that is, just click on create new secret key, name it, and then click on create new secret key. And this is how the secret key will look like. You just copy it and bring it back here and just paste it. So I'm not creating this because I already created my account, connected my account, and I just close it. So this is done. And then from the model, you can select any model that you want. I am selecting GPT 4.1 mini for now, and that's pretty much about this particular node. Next, we need to add the output parser. Then select structured output parser here, and now you need to add the JSON code here. So I've already created this JSON code in my previous workflow that I had created earlier. So I'll just take the JSON code, the structured output. Yeah, so this is the JSON code. I'll just add it here, right? So what this does is, now whatever the content that the AI agent will create, it will be structured in this format, meaning you will get a subject and then you will get an email body, and this will be useful in the next node, and I'll show it to you how it works, right? So just close this now. We have configured almost everything, and now just execute this step. Now you can see it is running. So now if it's visible to you, you can see the 13 items have been extracted, right? Which means the AI agent has finished creating 13 emails for all the 13 businesses that were filtered out. Right now, the next thing we need to do is we need to take these email messages into our Gmail inbox. So just include the Gmail node here, and we'll be creating a draft. So click on create a draft, and this is how the configuration window looks like. You can select the Gmail account you need connected, just like you did with the previous nodes. It's very easy and self-explanatory as well, so I'm not doing it here right now. The subject is this, and you can just drag and drop it here. The message will be the body here, and rest else everything will remain the same. And the main thing you need to do here is to add the to email option. So what this does is, if you don't add this option, if you don't configure it, you will need to add all the emails to all the created drafts manually. So instead of that, you can just add the email tab here. Just a second. The email input, yes, you can just drag it and drop it here, and now execute the step. Now you can see that the Gmail node is running and it will create all the drafts. Yes, the node has been executed successfully, and now we can check if all the drafts have appeared. Just refresh it, and here we go. All the email messages have been created in the draft format in my Gmail inbox. You can open any one of these emails and you see how it looks. Now you can see the email IDs of the recipient emails were already added here. The subject line is created, the body is also created really well, and the names of the places have been added to the email message like we had configured in the workflow. So yeah, this is pretty much how you can work and build this workflow to automate all your boring tasks of reaching out to different businesses. If you are a content creator or a media business, this is a really helpful workflow that you can use in your daily tasks and automate all the boring stuff so that you can focus on what you like doing the most, and that is creating content, if I'm not mistaken. So that's all. If you like this video, if you think you have got value out of this, please don't forget to subscribe this channel, and I'll be bringing more such useful automations that will make your life really good by automating all the boring tasks. And yes, let's meet in the next video. Thank you.